What is up, folks? Welcome to the 16th episode of Tales from the Archive on Handelabra Games. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the Adjacent Text podcast. I will be your host this evening. Tales from the Archive is the show where we use the medium of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the digital game, to tell a story of some kind. Some will be tales from the actual Sentinels of the Multiverse storylines, and others will be totally original and or based on previous work. For consistency's sake, I do try to match each story up with an existing Sentinel Comics book title that has been mentioned previously by either Christopher or Adam or both, but by no means does that make them real or official canon or anything like that. You can kind of think of this as the Earth 603 Sentinels of the Multiverse. There will often be times where we deliberately make a play that might not make a whole lot of sense strategically, but because it contributes to our narrative in some way. We will do our best to win games, but even heroes fall sometimes, and that just makes for great stories. As with all the shows on the Handelabra Games channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, without any more delay, let's open Ye Olde Book of the Multiverse and get this party started. After the disastrous incident in which the US government mandated that specific heroes on their payroll assist with medical rehabilitation units in hotspots around the universe, the editors of Justice Comics decided to take a somewhat different approach. Each issue began with an editor's note. Quote, having played back some of the tapes of the heroes' exploits taken from satellite cameras and remote monitoring systems, we have observed that sometimes a threat is just altogether too big for a pacifist approach. The leaders of the free world, in secret, forged an alliance of the most aggressive, damage-dealing heroes to combat the strongest threats in the known world. This team was known as the Handle, Homeland Aggressive Network for Defense of Everybody's Life, and was captained by Legacy. The first issue, of which, opens with several US and UN generals standing around a briefing room. The shot is from overhead. One of the generals is leaning over a hologram table depicting what appears to be mountains.
Damn it, Jorgensen, we can't send agents there. There's too much potential for collateral damage.
I agree, Walters. Insula Primaris is I disagree, Walters. Insula Primaris is in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's lived anywhere near there since Expatriate dealt with the citizens of the sun and sent them packing. Akash'Bhuta is making a real mess of things, and by best reports, the Prime Wardens weren't able to push any damage through. Their attacks bounced right off her limb things.
We need the ability to do more damage. If she attacks again while we're trying to obtain the black box from the crashed vessel, there's no telling what kind of losses we might be forced to endure.
I'm afraid we've run out of options. Activate the Handle. Smash cut to Legacy's office at Freedom Tower. He's taken a meeting with a member of the press following the grand opening of a Freedom 5 artifact collection in England. Thank you for coming, Miss Winthrop. Anything for the press, you know that. He looks down and notices a set of tiny red alert sensors blinking on the underside of his desk. They spell out the words, "Hold on." As soon as Miss Winthrop has exited the room, Legacy has departed. The next panel shows him looking up at a device attached to his wrist. These government assignments. Let's hope this winds up better than last time. The same mountain display shows up on his wristamajig. Turning sharply north, he lands in Insula Primaris just as K.N.Y.F.E arrives by a teleporter, and Ra and Haka come crashing out of nowhere. Legacy lands and greets Haka with a hearty handshake. Ra looks up and asks, "What's the target?" He snaps his fingers and a small glimmer of flame erupts from his palm and flickers menacingly. Haka looks over and says, "Akash'Bhuta. Why else would they call us in?" "You know this for sure?" asks Legacy, stretching his arms around his back in preparation. Haka merely nods as a face-like protrusion emerges from the mountain behind him. So, tonight's first battle features Legacy, Haka, Ra, and K.N.Y.F.E versus Challenge Mode Akash'Bhuta in Insula Primaris. Now, Challenge Mode Akash'Bhuta, of course, makes her immune to environment damage and villain damage, which means that her primordial limbs cannot hurt her. So we will see how this ends up. Our four aggro heroes here. I'm getting a wait what from Lord Flashfire. Can't be worse than Wolverine, who seemed to regularly be on every existing hero team. Yeah. Now it's Deadpool, Jay-Z. Now, I won't say that this is necessarily the most hyper-aggressive team that I could put together. I could probably do better, but I just like the way that these particular characters act, and we'll see how they do. The stipulation... Oh, okay. The stipulation to this battle is if they can do damage, they must, but we'll see how long that lasts up. Legacy, starting out with a back fist strike, fortitude, and abrasive heroic interception. Haka, starting out with enduring intercession, Haka of battle, and abrasive rampage. Ra, blazing tornado, fire blast, inferno, and summon staff. And K.N.Y.F.E, energy burn for the greater good, overdo it, and wrecking uppercut. Chrono Legacy, Ra, and K.N.Y.F.E for the most... Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't that far off. I just like the idea of Haka having taken on Akash'Bhuta and failing sort of in between the panels and sort of meeting up with the team and getting ready to do some damage himself. So let's get this party going. Well, that sure is a thing. Okay. So like I said, if they can do damage, they should. So we'll start with a back fist strike. Level at Akash'Bhuta. And since his power is only here, to battle, heroes! An inspiring presence. Nice. Okay, Jay-Z, I'm going to go on the record as well and say Deadpool, while entertaining as a concept, often doesn't get played... Like, I don't like the way he's written. And so I'm not often entertained by his comics either. Wolverine, the X-Men never really did it for me, so I am actually 100% in agreement with you. Alright, so like I said, all the damage. So Rampage is going off. And of course this is all going to be 3 damage, because Galvanize. And how about some more damage? Damage! And yes, I believe it was Cytosine that pointed out, yes, the acronym that I used today is, of course, Handel, in honor of our fearless leader, Jeremy Handel, who is by best report, at a baseball game right now, which is where I was this morning. Not the same game, but a game. So... Seamus Butler, interesting. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. So Summon Staff allows drawing of cards as well as playing of additional cards. So the question is, do we go for as much damage as possible or long-term damage over time? I think I'm just going to go with long-term damage over time to start. Because we can always do more damage later. I have not read Gwenpool either. I mean, there's only so many series one can read, so that is just not one on my list. I do love Spider-Man, but maybe I'll get to Gwenpool at some point. Dealing damage to oneself does not seem like fun, although that may be the way she goes ham here. There we go. Wrecking Uppercut. And we will also Energy Lance. That's pretty hammy first turn. I like it. I like it. I don't know how well you guys can see behind me, but that shelf back there is all trade paperbacks, and this stuff right next to me, which is not really on, well, some of it's on camera, is 5 long boxes worth of comics that'll eventually go under the table behind me. So I also have my Prime Daredevil issues, numbers 1 and 6, signed and framed on my wall here. That's Stan Lee stuff that I'm very proud of. So Legacy does not have an inherent way to do damage, so he's going to go ahead and Inspire. Galvanize. Oh, hey, another inspiring presence. No, we're not gonna... No. I mean, Obsidian Field does make... Oh, here we go. Okay. 1 Elbow Smash. That seems good. We'll ramp that right up to 6 damage. That seems quite strong. I did enjoy Logan. I'm not sure that I would... And even with my film background, that often makes me a cynic in terms of films. I do believe that Logan was a good movie. But I think Seamus Butler hits the nail on the head here. X-23 was really the best part of that movie. I've never really been a Wolverine fan. But again, like I said before, I'm not an X-Men fan. So, and not because I think the X-Men are bad, I just don't enjoy it. Alright, so here's some, well, Inferno. That's not the worst. Yeah. Let's go ahead and Inferno here. Most of the damage level at Akash'Bhuta. And some at the Arboreal Phalanges. And then we will stop going ham. Know when to hold back, Ra. Remember the scholar's teachings. Ra sneers at Legacy and blasts another blazing tornado in the general direction of Akash'Bhuta. Alright, what do we got? Increase energy damage. Plane equipment. Ooh. Alright. Not inherent damage, although... Energy burn seems pretty good. Once again, if they can deal damage, they must. And dealing 11 damage with one shot seems pretty strong. Jay-Z, I am more of a... well, I do a lot of DC stuff, but in terms of Marvel, I read Mark Waid stuff and a lot of Brian Michael Bendis, but not most of it, because a lot they tend to overwork him, I think. And so I'm reading like the Defenders stuff, Jessica Jones. That I love street level stuff. It's just where I'm at with it. Of course it is. I thought we just dealt with that. And of course it's a Living Rock Slide. And that's everybody take 3. Turn the page. So Legacy doesn't have any direct damage, so Unordinary, Darren. What's that about? Oh, I wasn't a huge fan of Champions, Jay-Z. I will be honest about there. I think the reason that I do the Mark Waid stuff is I worked with him at Boston Comic-Con a couple of years ago, and he was a lot of fun. He's just very knowledgeable about the industry, and I learned a lot from him. So that was kind of cool. I didn't read much of the Doctor Doom Iron Man stuff, although what I did read I enjoyed, so I got to get back to that as well. Nope, we're not going to discard cards yet, but Thok is a great draw. Well, like I said, if can do damage, must do damage. So, hit him. Yep. Yep. Well. Ow. 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 Yeah, I think that might be where I'm at with... Like, I just don't... I couldn't get behind the Champions, and I couldn't tell you why. It just didn't work for me. Dan Abnett, great guy, Seamus Butler. I hope you enjoy that experience. I will be actually at Boston Comic-Con this coming weekend. I haven't gotten my assignment yet, so I'm excited to see who they assign me to work with this year. Fire Blast seems like a lot of fun. Although Inferno is another consideration. Actually, Inferno is better here. Ra's Blazing Tornado picks up intensity and engulfs both the Living Rock Slide and Akash'Bhuta. Yeah, I can give you that. There is a little bit of self-parry. I mean, so, I don't know if you guys have played Marvel Heroes, which is one of my all-time favorite games, mostly because I'm a giant Diablo 2 nerd. And it was basically just Diablo 2 with all my favorite heroes. And that was written by Brian Michael Bendis. But there was definitely some tongue-in-cheek self-parody stuff in the Doom stuff there. So, yeah, that was nice. I just need to look at what K.N.Y.F.E has here. Does she have to? No, she doesn't. So, Ra is going to discard the cards here for this. Scorched Earth, because that doesn't... Well, I mean, it does deal damage, but it doesn't deal enough damage. We need to deal more damage. Flush the Sun God doesn't deal damage. Get rid of it. Oh, neat. Oh, that's really cool, Seamus. I'm actually a little jealous of that. Doesn't inherently do damage, but it does increase her damage output, which is nice. Runs it to 5. Actually, Jay-Z, we're in the middle of a big sorting project at the store I work at. And that is one of the series I just sorted, like, last week. So I've read a bit of that as well. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty rad. Alright, of course, Thok is the play here, because if can do damage, must do... Well, oh, that's annoying. Alright, so do we deal with the Carapace first? Yeah, I guess we probably do. Oh well, we can whack that in a turn or two. Should be no problemo. Target the Carapace! We can't hit her efficiently with the Carapace in the way. Sure. Seems a little early to Haka battle, but, you know. I mean, just for the... Do we just do it just for the card draw? And discard a couple of cards? Yeah, I guess we do. It's not the most hammy play in the world, but we've got another one in hand, so we'll just increase by 2 for now. And Haka Slam into here. 6 is pretty good. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but that'll do. Who would play Legacy in a Sentinels movie or cartoon series? Oh, man, that's tough. Ooh, that is a tough question. Man. Yeah, like, I mean, he's such a Captain America character that, like, I can almost not picture anybody except Chris Evans doing that. Gosh, guys, that's hard. Max Remelt. Who's that? Oh, that's a different conversation. That's a nice card, too. Oh, that's really nice. Let's do that. One down. And it's 3 targets, so we can just 86 the Pterodactyl Thief as well. That seems quite strong. Ew, no, gosh, Lord Flash. Oh, okay, there's the... Scared me, Lord Flashfire. Don't do that. That's rude. Rude and unkind. Crispocalypse. Let's do it right now, Jay-Z. Bring it on. Fantasy Cast Sentinels of the Multiverse. Throw out a hero and the chat will name who plays them. Obviously, we're working on Legacy right now, but No. That's rude. We're not doing that. Yeah. Young... Ooh, that's so good. Oh my gosh. Yes, Aubrey Plaza for Felicia Parsons. Not even a question. Oh man, that's rude. Jim Cummings. Ooh. Okay. All right. No, I'm on board. That seems fine. Ooh. Okay, we need to either pick up the pace or do something here. Back fist strike it is. Knife can't deal damage. Okay. Jim Cummings to voice Baron Blade. Yeah, no, I think that's Jean Reno. Oh, absolutely, Seamus Butler. There's no one better. It's got to be Jean Reno. Oh, that seems quite good. Ground pounded up. Yeah. It's irritating to have to do that, but seeing as how we have no damage dealing option, we can do things like that. The Rock as Haka. No, that's terrible. Terrible and predictable. Right? Am I right? John Cleese as Captain okay, if we're doing an animated series, yes, it's John Cleese as Captain Cosmic. But if it's like a live action, I don't think. I mean, John Cleese he's old and fat, and Captain Cosmic is anything but that. I personally, I would love to see like Simon Pegg as Captain Cosmic. Knife dealing herself damage doesn't seem quite strong here. Who? Gina Garofalo? Who's that? I don't actually know who that is. Seamus Butler. Yeah, I can't do that, so. Okay. Pterodactyl Thief. That is what it is. Oh, man. Ugh. Gross. But villain targets can't deal damage. Because we ground pounded. It doesn't matter, because, well, Legacy's not dealing damage anyway, but... Turn the page. Thank you. Bolster Allies seems quite good. Oh, yes, I have seen Mystery Men. Not seeing it sight of scene? Yeah, alright. I mean, I guess that's fair. I'm just trying to think of, like... Oh, yeah, of course, Seamus Butler. Absolutely. Yeah, he is. I mean, I've seen Simon Pegg do more... Or, well, less comedic things. Copy. Okay. Oh! Yes! Oh my gosh, Seamus Butler. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect misinformation. Love it. Yep. Now I'm remembering exactly who that was. No, Punish the Weak does not make sense, but Taeha does. Dealing more targets, more damage. 86ing a Pterodactyl. As well as throwing down the hammer at Akash'Bhuta. Another Rampage. Sick. Might have to use that one a little bit more sparingly, but that's alright. Summon Staff seems fine, just because we get the extra card play out of it. Oh, hey, let's do it again. Okay, alright. The hammy play here is the Fire Blast, which seems strong. Although, amplifying damage from the Staff of Ra is not nothing. Actually, Tim Curry, I was going to say Biomancer, absolutely, because he's slimy. Actually, he's one of the people who's coming to Boston Comic-Con this weekend. I might ask him if he would be willing to give me a nice Biomancer quote. All right, what do we got? Ooh, Kinetic Neutralizer. That seems hammy. And the Energy Lance. Here we go. Boom. Take that. Well done, Cytosine. Hold on. Oh, well, that's irritating. Ugh. Break through the armor. We must break through the armor. You've said that already. Okay, Legacy. All right. We'll do next evolution here, and then we'll run out the Legacy Ring next. Or played. Now, Lord Flashfire, are we talking original Peter Sellers Cluzo or Steve Martin Cluzo? Oh, there we go. That's a ham draw. I mean, Rampage is not nothing, and we wouldn't die from it. It's the ham play. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Who do we have? Wait. Who do we have Portman playing? Ellen Page for Unity. That's an interesting call. It's a very interesting call. I was actually gonna go a slightly different route with that. I would say who's the girl that played maybe Funke in the Arrested Development? Well, that's not very nice, Seamus Butler. Don't send people away from my stream to go watch a movie. But yes, I could definitely see Simon Pegg as Infinitor. That would make sense. Aha. That's a very ham play. Ra's just lighting everything on fire today. John... Oh! You're right, Seamus Butler. You're absolutely right. John Sim was the master in the David Tennant years of Doctor Who and recently reprised his role, spoiler alert, in the latest season. And boy, was his performance good. Judge Doom. Knife delivers a wrecking uppercut to Akash'Bhuta, who rears in pain. Which is... right, but I feel like... well, I don't know. I think John Sim could play that, though. Like... I also think he was sort of the... a little more misunderstood than perhaps the Doctor would have liked. Ugh. Okay. What's Haka? Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate. Ugh. We've still got... Oh no. This is not going well. Ugh. We lost 2 of our big ones, and we're still 42 HP behind. Oh. Well. Rose Leslie. I know that name too. Evil but charming. Oh. Alright. So that's melee. She's not dealing damage from there. Alright, so we're going to become immune to melee damage. Let's see if we can't pull this out. Would have done Flying Smash, but for the issue of trying to stay alive. I told you I don't know how long I can keep this up, so we're just gonna try things and see how far we get. Oh yeah, of course. Duh. I know exactly who that is. Wow. I mean, the ham play would be to let Haka use a power. But destroying allies of the Earth with this many stuffs in play. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Lord Flashfire. Cave Johnson as Khan. You mean J.K. Simmons? Yes, I 100% agree with that call. Ugh. Oh, okay. Yep, that's fine. Enraged T-Rex, you can attack those things. Oh, ooh, Matt Damon for Legacy. Okay. Okay. Definitely would not say no to that. Now, Legacy cannot deal damage here, so playing that card makes no sense. Lead from the front seems like it's something we could manage. Continuing to make him immune to melee damage seems strong. Redheads are a valuable resource and need to be used as extensively as possible. You heard it here last, folks. Ooh, takedown. I'm not going to punish the weak. That seems like a bad move. But I will punch. And punch twice more. Because that is the hammy play. Oops. Oh, what? Hold on. No. I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry. She's at 18, folks. If we can get through one, maybe two more turns, we're going to be okay. Come on. That is not a good card. Rock slide. Yep. Oh, gross. Well. Yep, that's fine. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, Legacy's down. Okay. Okay, alright. I don't know. This is tight. Go back to 4, Haka. I don't think we're going to be able to make this happen, folks. Although, that doesn't hurt. There's no ongoing cards. Just going for it. I don't see any other line here. Run it to 10. And pray. She can't take that, so... Ah, there it is. There's the game. Well, that was awful close, folks. Alright. That's disappointing. But... a massive energy blast coming from behind Akash'Bhuta causes her to falter and crumble to the earth. "Where did that come from? We had that!" shouts Ra in a cloud of flame. A plane materializes behind them as several of the generals step out to the ground and start yammering at one another. Sorry. "The team's not ready, Walters. I see why you're not willing to give them the big assignment." Legacy turns and moves to greet them. Ra exchanges a quizzical look with K.N.Y.F.E and says, "That's not the big assignment?" "Excellent work, Legacy. I'm General Walters of the U.S. Army. This is Jorgensen. Your captaining of this mission worked reasonably well, and although it's clear you need more practice working as a group." "Wait a minute. Jergens, was it? Isn't that a hand cream?" Ra asks. "I'm not here as part of some crackpot save the world mission. I was here looking for the lost scepter of Menrev Tong." Jorgensen turns to him and says, "I'm quite sure that you'll find that Menrev Tong is simply an anagram for government. We found ways to draw you all here, as you are the strongest damage-dealing heroes known to our organization." Editor's note, this is before the arrival of Chrono Ranger. "You've been brought together to find ways to defeat the most heavily armored threats we face in our time. Legacy knows this already, and it's time you all knew the truth. We found ways to summon you all to wherever we need you. It's much easier if you simply agree to be where we need you to be, when we need you to be there." Ra looks skeptical and moves to protest, but Haka places a hand on his shoulder and quiets him. Jorgensen continues. "We've received intelligence from some of our contacts that Omnitron is rebuilding itself. We're sending you off-world to attempt to eliminate this threat before it stands to eliminate human life as we know it. Omnitron is a robot. I think you know what that means." Ra smiles with a flicker of flame in his eyes, and the heroes board the plane. So, for game 2, that one was really close. I'm a little sad that one went south. Because, I mean, 10 damage, that's really not that. That's like one turn for all 4 heroes. But we'll try again with Omnitron here. I just gone past Knife? No. Okay, there she is. And Omnitron, as it's rebuilding itself, we'll be facing Omnitron in Omnitron, which seems appropriately dangerous. Here we go. Idris Elba, because Idris Elba should be in everything. Jay-Z, I don't know if you've seen The Dark Tower, but from what I understand, it's not strong. Legacy, starting out with a Flying Smash, Abrasive Surge of Strength, and Thok. Haka, starting out with Dominion, Haka of Restoration, Haka of Shielding, and Mir. Ra, starting out with Flame Spike, Abrasive of... try to talk fast. Abrasive Inferno, and Living Conflagration. Knife, starting out with Abrasive Battlefield Experience, Focusing Conduit Blade, and Incidental Contact. Omnitron, since we haven't seen him in a while, I'll pull his card open. He flips over a bunch, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At the end of the villain turn, trash shuffled, cards are revealed, one drone or component is revealed, put into play. When it's destroyed, we have to destroy other devices as well. On the backside, place the top card of the deck instead of placing a thing in play. And once again, the devices thing. So, yeah, I read the first Dark Tower book a long time ago, and I loved it. Didn't get to reading many of the rest of the series until much later, but yeah, I was a little bummed that... Michelle Forbes as Faye Diamond. That'd be interesting. Okay, here's a question, Citizen. Since you brought up Nightmist, I would like to throw Kevin Conroy for the voice of Omnitron. For the voice of Omnitron X, yes, I would agree with you. Since Faye Diamond was mentioned, I would like to know who you guys would like to play her grandfather, Joey Diamond. All right. So once again, Cytosine, have you seen Kevin Conroy doing the speech from The Dark Knight? Because that was cool. Andy Serkis as Guise. Mirrors the appropriately aggressive play here, and seeing as how it's just strictly better than anything else we've got on board, let's do it. Christian Bale as Joe Diamond. Ooh, okay. I was thinking someone a little bit more low-key, but yeah, no, I could get behind that. That's pretty good. Let's run an Inferno out here. Seems appropriately aggressive. Light 'em up, Raw. Like this. Ronda Rousey as Sky. I don't think it matters. Consider the skyscraper character. Like, even if Ronda Rousey botches literally every line, she'd be a perfect skyscraper. That's disappointing. Yeah, we'll discard cards. 1. Oh, that's actually kind of a hammy card. 2. 3. I should go with 3. 4. Actually, that's going to be useful. 5. 6. Okay. Got rid of that. More drones means more things for me to bash. I like that. Ugh. Really? Alright. That's frustrating. Yeah. Not altogether incorrect, Jay-Z. But, I would love for one of the things that happens on this stream to be for people to sort of chat about questions that we as a group would like to submit to the letters page. I think that'd be kind of fun. And we'll see if we can make that happen at some point. Because obviously I'm not getting all these characters entirely correct. That I've been called on that several times. Like, you're messing up this character. Well, yes. I mean, that's on some level that's part of the intention of what I'm doing here. Sorry. Crunch. There are no drones left. I must go with the big one. Ha! Draws the mirror back. That's not strong, but we will live in conflag. Smash there. Oh yeah? For which episode, Bolnerap? Toothpaste. Superhero toothpaste. I thought one of those questions might have been yours, Jay-Z. I was like, I think I know that person. Well, I mean, I don't know you personally, but... Oh, right on. Well, here's hoping that your questions are answered. I will certainly be generating a fair amount of questions at Gen Con this year. The more I talk to Christopher and Adam, the more questions I come up with, so. 1. Here's hoping. 2. Okay, good. 3. 4. Yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, Knife's gonna have to go without cards here, which is unfortunate, but I don't like having that thing around. It's ugly. Oh, gosh. Extreme Prime Wardens, guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am for Extreme Prime Wardens. I've got, like, 4 different story arcs I've thought of for these guys. Alright, Inspiring Presence time. Causes other heroes to go ham. I mean, immediate damage. Immediate over... Sorry, what's this do? Each... Oh. Okay, we need to, focus fire on that thing. That ugly breach over there! Focus fire on it! It could get dangerous! Shut your yap, old man. I know, right? I think I mentioned it. I went to see the Aquabats a few weeks ago. I guess you guys knew that. But the opening band was C.J. Ramone. And for those of you who don't know, I am a giant punk rock dork. And watching C.J. Ramone just jam out 45 minutes straight of just the best Ramones stuff made me unreasonably happy. Yep. She doesn't get to play a card. But maybe she can destroy that pulse explosive-y thing. Or we could just take one. And she could level it at him. Yeah, sure. Not hearing Legacy, K.N.Y.F.E continues to strike at Omnitron himself. Anybody struck by the fact that that kind of looks like Lobo? It is rather warm out here today, and here I am only in Game 2 and already refilling my off-brand soda. Sorry, the conversation's been so good today that I haven't had much time for narration. So let's change that. The Electro-Pulse Explosive grows bigger and lashes out with a beam of energy, striking the heroes. It's not that bad, heroes. Shake it off! Legacy shouts. Alright, the railgun. And the drum. No problem. Turn the page. Thank you. Manu Bennett for Haka. Okay, Manu Bennett is another person. Interesting story about Manu Bennett. There was a drink and draw thing after Boston Comic Con 2 years ago, and Manu Bennett actually he wandered outside and started painting Deathstroke right next to where we were hanging out doodling with Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, and it was interesting. He didn't tell anybody where he was going. He just showed up, and it was funny. So Surge of Strength. Oh, man. I would give you guys a preview of my Gen Con costume, but it's just too good, and I'm just waiting to reveal it there. So, you guys will just have to stay classy and wait patiently. The fizzing is probably off-brand soda. It's literally less than a foot from my mic, so it's very plausible that it is the off-brand soda. We'll just level it all at him. We're in good shape right now. Fair announcement, Jay-Z. There will be... Yes, Alto169. Thank you, Cytosine. That's what I was looking for. There will be a Sentinels live at Gen Con, featuring myself, Agent Mishap, and Jeremy, Agent Damage. I don't know if John's going to make it or not, but I hope that Agent Who Must Not Be Named will be there. I also don't know about Agent Dolphin, but it should be quite a good time, and I'm very excited about it. But we shall see. I don't know if there will be. There won't. I'm going to tell you right now, there won't be a Tales from the Archive. Yeah, Bolnarap, as per usual, I will be also in costume on Saturday afternoon, but I will be at the actual Greater Than Games booth. And anyone who knows me or has seen my other streams knows exactly which Sentinels of the Multiverse character I will be suiting up as. But you do not know the entire story, the whole story, as it were. Confirmed, Cytosine. He is a mysterious individual. But I'm sure that Agent Damage will talk more about Sentinels live during Sentinels Live this Tuesday night at 7. Alrighty. Fortitude seems like a good play. It's like an anti-ham play, but it's fine. Allow me, says Legacy, standing in front of the heroes. Keep doing whatever you are doing, my friends. We are doing a good job. Ooh, that actually seems quite good. Ground Pound. Ground Pound! Yeah, we'll discard the 2. Whatever. May not be the best cards in the world to discard, but we'll do it anyway. Because not letting things deal damage seems like a very good plan, especially late game as we are. I mean, I'll be honest, there is little to no way that I could possibly do the conventions that I do if it weren't for the fact that that I team up with organization or with Handelabra or Greater Than Games, or work for BCC. Morph, we moved Tales from the Archive to Sunday because apparently people like to do things on Saturday, and it's very difficult for me to be able to say, oh, I can't, I'm streaming, because that's kind of lame, let's be honest. So I moved it to Sunday because people are more likely to A, be at home to watch, and B, less likely to ask me to do X. So Tales from the Archive is officially a Sunday night stream now. Yeah. Bowling Rap, it's the same thing for me in PAX East. Like, I've been to PAX East so many times at this point that if I weren't working it, and if it weren't in 45 minutes south of me, there's no way I'd go. But Jay-Z, I do know some people who have a sort of chat relay when PAX tickets go live, and I can certainly get you information if you would like to go. I can't necessarily guarantee you tickets, but... Oh, that was rude. How about we take down? Omnitron, stop throwing drones at us! Says Legacy, slamming his body into Omnitron and pinning down several of its limbs. Yeah. Well, that's just rude. Oh, it's the interpolation beam. Okay, that's... whatever. Oh yeah, that's a really good combo that I'd never noticed before. We're almost there, Haka. Take him out. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Bzz, hero, detective, directive, foolish, disregard. Nice, Selfaria. Thank you for that. Wait, what on earth is a food truck convention, and why do I not know about this? I mean, I imagine it's pretty much what I think, what I expect it to be, but, like, that's so cool. Ooh, there's a good draw. Oh, Morph, that sounds like the best thing ever, and I must find one like yesterday. The gauntlet, is that... Hold on. Come on, game. Hold on. On the gauntlet, first thing she did with it was arm wrestle Bunker in the suit. I love it. That is a great flavor text that I never noticed. Selfire, thank you very much for bringing my attention to that. Because that was, you're right, that was awesome. All right. We're almost there, allies. Bolster yourselves and get ready for one final attack. I gotta say, the food trucks outside of PAX East and Boston Comic Con are the best thing ever. Because the food inside the venue, while good, is so unreasonably expensive. Haka turns around and starts ripping cables out of everything, dealing as much damage as he possibly can to everything in sight. "Look out!" shouts Legacy, diving for cover. Too late. Haka's outstretched... Haka smacks him with a fistful of wires, accidentally electrocuting him in the process. Knife grits her teeth in pain, but fights onward. Summoning as much energy to him as he could, Ra ignites his hand and lets loose with one final fire blast, catching Omnitron straight in the eye hole. Not so much, Selfaria. It was more just a play on the Scholar, who was actually part of the original team for this, and then I was like, I don't feel like I've used the Scholar a bunch lately. Reboarding the plane, the view screen flickers to life, and Walters and Jorgensen's faces appear before the heroes. Wonderful job, heroes, but return quickly. The Cult of Gloom... But there's no time to waste. The Cult of Gloom has begun a strange ritual. The skies in Megalopolis, Rook City, and London are all glowing purple. Nightmist and Captain Cosmic are working their way through cult meetings, trying to disrupt them, but we need you to get to the Realm of Discord and seal up the gates from the other side. Hit it with everything you've got. As the generals disappear from the viewport, Legacy rolls his eyes. Even I have a tiring point, heroes. How are we supposed to get to the Realm of Discord anyway? As if by some unseen force, their ship rises off the ground and points itself toward a strange corner of reality that nobody had noticed before. The ruins of Omnitron fade from their sight and are replaced by a landscape not altogether different, but all the robot parts look significantly more organic. There's a massive glowing purple portal gaining strength. "Forward, team!" shouts Legacy, taking to the air. He powers up a flying smash, intending to waylay Gloomweaver and delay his arrival on Earth. Gloomweaver grins evilly, and a massive hole opens up in his torso. Legacy passes straight through and falls in a heap just shy of the portal. JZC, full disclosure, the frequency of letters from the Cult of Gloom is actually what inspired us to face Advanced Gloomweaver here, which is going to be very interesting because almost all the damage that most of our heroes do is advanced, not challenge, is melee damage. So this could be interesting. Basically turning him incorporeal. We're going to have to donate fire damage. So, Ra, let's bring it. And of course it is the Realm of Discord. So, let's see if they can make it. Savage Mana, not a bad option. Let's be honest here. All this delicious despair. I can almost taste it. Let me in, mortals. There's a question. Who would play Gloomweaver? Did we even get that far? Legacy, starting out with Back Fist Strike, Danger Sense, Heroic Interception, and the Legacy Ring. Haka, starting out with Elbow Smash, Mirror Rampage, and Tomoko. Ra, starting out with Flame Spike, Inferno, Living Conflagration, and the Staff of Ra. Knife, starting out with Amplified Combatant, Infiltrate and Obfuscate, Kinetic Neutralizer, and Primed Punch. Gloomweaver, once again, just so people are aware, he is immune to projectile and melee damage. So let's see what happens. Oh, Benny Batch for Gloomweaver? Jeremy Irons, also a good suggestion. All the zombies. Huh! That's so rude. That is unbelievably rude. Well, getting rid of that seems like a good place to start. Unfortunately, Back Fist Strike. Wow. Ooh, Keith David. Also good voice of Gloomweaver. The third zombie. The legend is true, and it's you. Yeah, you are the legend. The legend is true. Tony J's Ghost one. Nice. That's all melee damage. I mean, it takes them all out, though. Let's send it. Rampage it up. I don't know. James Earl Jones is... honestly, I think is a little too deep, and like, I mean, maybe, but I feel like you'd be doing a lot of post-production on that. Haka finds himself unable to crush at Gloomweaver. Ra chuckles to himself and aims a well-placed fire blast at Gloomweaver. If physical damage won't do it, then fire sure will. Tony J's ghost should be Grand Warlord Voss. We'll go with Kinetic Neutralizer. Knife thinks to herself, my blade's not made of physical means either. And slashes at Gloomweaver. Idris Elba for Grand Warlord 5. So just Idris Elba for everyone! Oh, Gilbert Gottfried for wage... No, cytosine, that is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Oh, look! Speaking of the Cult of Gloom. Bolster allies. Yeah, no, I honestly can't think of anybody better to play Wager Master than Gilbert Gottfried. That is just funny, is what that is. Elbow Smash. Crimson Pin does what? Oh. Well, why don't we just destroy that? Oh, wait. No, it's not going to go in one hit. So we'll just destroy Strength to the Grave. Technomagist, I got that. But we just realized that Gilbert Gottfried would... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the cloaks, man. The cloaks are so cool. It's only one target right now. Well, one villain target. Oh, no, there's two villain targets. So we'll go ahead and hit the pin for a bunch, and then hit Gloomweaver for a bit. And then stop dealing damage, because we don't want to do that. Who plays Tim Kosing? Well, that's not to say you can't get a culty cloak somewhere else. I mean, there are other cults of lesser Elder Gods. Anybody play Fate of the Elder Gods yet? But, yeah, I was going to say, Ronway clearly plays Ronway, and Christopher and Adam play Hammer and Anvil. Who plays Tim Kosing? Oh, I guess it would be Peter Hayward. Plays Tim Kosing. Alright, I need to read Planet Punch. At the start of your turn, may deal one target. And this is just 2 energy damage, right? Alright, so we're going to put this redirection shenanigans in here. I love that the first distortion that was played was Imbued Vitality. Literally my favorite card in Sentinels of the Multiverse. Oh, that makes me sad. But it allowed us to get rid of some nasty stuff, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so Dark Conductor, can I just go with like late 2000s era Gerard Way? Or like William Control or something weird like that? Andy Biersack? I don't know. Nice. Motivational charge. CCH Pounder for Akash'Bhuta voice. Alright. I'm not going to say no. What is Claustrophic Illusion again? All non-hero targets other than the non-hero target with the lowest HP. Oh, okay. That's fine. Punish the weak. Who voices the hairdryer in the Realm of Discord? I volunteer as tribute. Like, I can do it. No, Billy West. Billy West. It's got to be Billy West. I feel like Billy West is just the guy to voice weird inanimate objects. Or animated inanimate objects. Frank Welker. Alright. It's time to go ham. Unfortunately, we can't deal melee damage to him, but we sure can deal energy damage. I think Billy... Well, so when I met Billy West a few years ago, he and I were... I had just recently done the voice of an urn in a comedy sketch we did. And he and I sat down and we started talking about that. He's like, oh, I voiced an urn once. His name was Ernie. I was like, really? That's... Really? Okay. But then, like, his handlers were like, here, go, this, you need to go, you need to move on. And Billy was like, no, stop, I want to talk to him. It's kind of neat. And then he signed my Futurama comic, and it was pretty cool. The start of the villain turn. Okay. I'm willing to take the damage here. For now. Alright, there's a zombie. Not nice, but it's not 6 damage this time. Okay. So, time flies. Play an extra card, draw an extra card, right? Sounds good. So, playing the Legacy Ring. Playing Motivational Charge. Linking up. And start pounding away at this drum thing. Start pounding away at his relics. They're just going to get in the way. Haka turns around and smiles at Legacy, ready to pound as hard as he can. Unfortunately, Punish the Weak is in play. So we will simply Taeha and Haka Battle's actually not the worst here. Nah. We'll Tamoko. Oh yeah, Galvanize first would have been the right play there. Oops. Sorry. That's me being absent-minded. Sorry, guys. Ah, well. What's done is done. A spike of flame erupts from under the Drum of Despair. Good decision, Raw. Keep going. The spike gets bigger and pierces the skin at the top. Points from Slytherin. Thanks, Logic 8. I happen to be wearing my Harry Potter house shirt because it was Harry Potter Day at the ballpark today. And since our game last night was rained out, we decided to go today, and yeah, that was cool. Got to see the first half of a day-night doubleheader, and it was fun. It's melee damage and energy damage, okay. We're going to start here. Yay. Salma Hayek for Fnatic. That'd be cool. We're gaining ground. Keep up the attack. Hannah John Kamen. Yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, yeah. I was also thinking the girl who plays Cece in New Girl would be a reasonable Fnatic. What's wrong with the time here? 1 minute it's going faster than I've ever seen, and now it's going slower. What did you say? It sounds like you're attacking a dinosaur. So we have to skip one, either play or power phase. So skip. And this time we'll do it right. Speech first. Then charge. I feel like Michelle Rodriguez is in the Sean Bean camp of acting. But yes, I agree. That would not be a poor idea. Oh, these get destroyed a lot. Drawing cards seems like a fun idea. Oh, wait. Okay. Well, he's not. He's only dealing damage to the Cursed Acolyte anyway. So, Ra. I think I'd rather he deal damage, because he can deal damage. Do we have any good one-shots? Not really. So damage time. Yeah, but I mean, we're just the casting people. We don't have to deal with the person. If N person is N bad person, that's on the director and the producer. We're just the casting agents. We're just, telling them what the best possible state of affairs would be. Sure. When in doubt, go to the face. Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver's not... Well, I mean, maybe. It depends on it. Yeah, I suppose that's correct. Ooh, pouch of bones. Bag of bones! Okie dokie. Time Crawls is still in play, and I would prefer to go ham, so... Excuse me. Skip the play. Make a speech. And punch. Punch the bag. I'm gonna hit this little baggie of, Aha. Inspiring presence. So skip playing a card. Taeha. Start here. Bust his face in. Okay, there's a zombie. Gross. Hit the zombie. Yup. Yep, there we go. Rampage is not a bad card to have. What does Drawn to the Flame do? Oh yeah, that's unpleasant. So once again, we will continue to go ham. On a baggie of bones. Yeah. It's unpleasant, but not unmanageable. Actually, the same sort of thing worked for Axl Rose. Basically, if he... same sort of thing. Operative word there. If he didn't show up on time for every gig, he did not get a penny for any of the... gigs. Which was quite interesting. In my mind. Oh, there's the other one, the Grimoire. Alright, so... Imbued Frailty. Yep, okay. Cool, so we can play 2 cards now. We will Inspire. Hey, check out this cool flag I found! You should all show your respect to the flag. All of you weirdos in the realm of Discord. I mean, wait, that's insensitive. I shouldn't have... BAM! Oh, all right. Okay, all right, all right. Well... Let's Rampage and order it correctly. So we'll start here. Then we'll go here. Ra lets the fire continue and notices that Haka is warming up for another rampage. He points him in the direction of first the Pouch of Bones, then the Grimoire of Curses, and then he flies right through Gloomweaver and almost falls into the portal, rescuing himself just before he would fall in. I also, Absolute Zero... Well, first of all, Absolute Zero was always sort of one of my favorites, but... yeah, I felt bad for him, but I was happy. I don't know. Absolute Zero's podcast was pretty rad. I was very happy with it. So Blazing Tornado deals more damage, unless we have a one-shot that deals more, which we don't. Here comes the Blazing Tornado. Oh, probably. Technomagist. I could probably just destroy the Grimoire of Curses and win this. But, I don't know. We'll see. Knife rushes around the realm of discord, slashing everything in her path, including herself. And tears at the book's cover. Oh, yes. That was a great question, by the way. I hadn't even considered that, but awesome question. Okay. Happily. Oh, gosh. Can I do it? No. Not quite close enough. I was thinking, I was hoping I might be able to double kill Gloomweaver, but I don't think so. We did get a double win in Arkham Horror the other day, and that was insane. Alright. The portal glows red with strange energy as the final relic lies in shreds on the ground. It seals shut as the heroes breathe a sigh of relief. And now I kind of have to improvise this ending because I did not plan for this. Logic Gate, hold tight 1 second. As the heroes breathe a sigh of relief, the comic book cuts back to the war room where the generals are still meeting. Wait, Gloomweaver is defeated. The cult energy has stopped, but our heroes are not home. Dang it! They were so close too. The focus switches to a table nearby with an odd purple phone on it. Should we send in the rescue party? I was really hoping to avoid that this time. Alright, so I will address Logic Gate's question quickly, and then I will go on to the backup story, which we finally get to have a backup story tonight. Yay! So, double win in Arkham Horror, we Elder Signed 6 gates, and as we did so, there was one gate per player, at least one gate per player, and no gates on the board. So it's a simultaneous win, or simultaneously filling 2 win conditions. Okay, so the backup story for this series was called I Can Do That Too. And it's there's really only one. It's a very short backup story in terms of plot. It's simply a cell phone rings and a purple gloved hand reaches out to grab it. Rufus's doghouse. Oh, hi, Walters. It's great to hear from you. How's the wife? You don't have one? Oh, right. Married to the job. Oh, well, that makes me feel better about... What? Damage? Sure. I know some people who can help get that job done. We're on it, sir. Click. Seamus Butler. Nail, meet head. It's Guise. A lot of my backup stories do feature Guise in some way. But the rest of it... well, barring the villain... where is he? There he is. The rest of it is all up to you guys. So, please give me your suggestions. Right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I have trouble writing stories for him that aren't backup stories, especially because he irritates. Like, as we said at the top of the stream, Deadpool-like characters tend to irritate me more than they do entertain me. So, okay, I see a vote for Nightmist. She's in. Naturalist. I'm down with the Naturalist. Need one more. I see the Sentinels. We did the Sentinels last week. Or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, but... I mean, I could do the Sentinels, I suppose. Sentinels certainly on the table. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do the Sentinels. Let's give them their opportunity to go nuts. Darkwatch Setback, I'm going to hold off on because I actually have a really cool story for him lined up very soon. So I do need an environment now. See, now I'm seeing all these hero suggestions. Come on, guys, I need an environment. Adamant Sentinels. Is that the variant? Yeah, I guess it would be. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. Rook City. Yeah, Logic Gate, I agree. It should be the Adamant Sentinels. Madam Mittermeiers. Okay. I'm down to the fantastical festival of... Although I am... Seamus Butler really wants Atlantis. I mean, it could be the Realm of Discord. Thank you, Jay-Z. Oh, I'm going to go with this. I got it set up. Let's do it. We got about a little less than half an hour. Let's see what we get. I like the Fantastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities. Alright, guys, is starting out with... Blatant reference. Let me see that. Retcon and say cheese. Nightmist, starting out with an Enlightenment at Robin Sparkle's number 3. Heedless Lash at 2. Oblivion at 1. And Planar Banishment at 2. The Naturalist is blending into the pack. Hyperactive Senses, Indomitable Force, Resilient Hide. And I believe the Adamant Sentinels. Blackout, Fling into Darkness, Human Shield, and Telekinetic Wallop. Since we haven't seen the variant Sentinels on this stream, let's take a look at them quickly. Dr. Medico, each of the Sentinels regains 1 hit point. You may draw a card. Mainstay deals 1 target 2 melee damage. The next damage dealt to that target is irreducible. The Idealist, 1 target 1 psychic damage until the end of your next turn. Reduced damage dealt by a target dealt this way by 1. That's a lot of words. And Rive. Next time a non-hero target is destroyed, you may move it to the bottom of its deck. All right. And we are facing Deadline. Regular Deadline, 80 HP. Ow. The Atomic Endglaive is a thing. Flips if there are 3 catastrophes. Let's start this party. There's the glaive. Subduction Super Zone. Super Zone! Sounds very metal. I mean, well. Well. 3 catastrophes right off the bat. Retcon could be a thing. Yes, I am very much looking forward to an Akash'Bhuta Naturalist fun Argent Adept fun time on this stream. You know, I don't particularly care for all these catastrophes hanging around. Let's roll back time and maybe get rid of some of them. I always like drawing cards. It's my 3 favorite words to hear. If someone says I can draw cards, I'm all over it. I gotta make some decisions now. Well, like I said, I like to draw cards. Drawing cards is cool. But who should I damage? Well, I guess that's pretty obvious. Look at me ride this shark. I'm gonna do that soon. Alright. Now, obviously, Nightmist, she's got to get set up before she can go ham. But Oblivion seems good. Grandpa Legacy, Primordin's Fanatic, Primordin's Argent Adept, Super Scientific Tachyon, a few state parse. Whose turn is it? Seamus Butler, it's going right in the book right now. 1 second. Whose turn is it anyway? Seamus Butler, at the end of the stream, I am going to post a link to a Google form that I just created. If you wouldn't mind submitting that little bit, just exactly what you wrote there, into that form. Actually, here, I'll post it in right now. Just so I have that information and don't forget. That is the submission form, and I will post that again at the end of the game. Okay, so everything is going to take 2. Because I definitely want to tackle the whose turn is it anyway. First of all, it's a great title. Second of all, it's very thematic and story driven, which I think we can do some good work with that. I hate this place, thinks Faye Diamond to herself as she searches her mind and tools for what she needs. Excuse me. Alright, well, we're going to go with Resilient Hide. And we're going to go searching for a form. Now, the most aggressive form is, of course, the Deadly Crocodile. So, seeing as how that's what we're doing tonight, the Naturalist adopts the form of the Deadly Crocodile and looks for a target with which to lash out. Or, at which to lash out, sorry. Thank you, Seamus Butler. I appreciate that very, very much. And in power. Or we could just whack this. Yeah, this just seems better long term. Why am I seeing myself in the mirror? Oh, look at me. I'm so handsome. I'm the best hero ever. Wait, why are there 27 of me? Ah, so much damage. The Sentinels took a pounding there. That was unpleasant. And there's the flip. True, Technomagist, but there's a chance I may not even get to it by then. Oh, seeing as how this is the title. Hey, yeah, I can do that. Watch me gain a hit point. This time I think I'll play a card. That seems like fun. So many words on Guise's deck. It's easy to come up with dialogue for him because you just say something stupid, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Alright. You know what? I got a bunch of cards. Let's make a blatant reference to that movie that Samuel L. Jackson was in that one time. Say what again? Am I doing this right? Pew, 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 pew. Working with that foolish purple thing again. How did we get here anyway? Alright. Nightmist turns herself to mist and hides behind the Ferris wheel. Oh, of course, another mist form. Let's see. I don't think I need this. Let's keep going. Pew, pew, pew. Look, I even made the game freeze up. Unfortunately, we have no crocodile stuff, so... Alright. The Naturalist chomps down on his nemesis deadline. Ixalan does look sweet. I mean, dinosaurs and pirates? Like, I might actually have to do a little bit of drafting during that set. Unfortunately, the local draft night is also our Dungeons & Dragons night, so... That said, there's at least 2 other stores I could draft at if I had time. So we'll see. Dr. Medico reaches out with energy and heals his teammates. One player may discard a card, reveal the top card of a deck. Nightmist has a bunch of cards. Discard a card, and we'll see if we can find a one-shot. Maybe in... sure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's how the Naturalists do damage. Of course he does. Another catastrophe. Yay. So I guess we'll keep going with this plan. We'll try the Sentinels this time. Yeah. Oh, well. Everybody gaining a health back seems pretty good. The all-seeing Alzrabar allows for all kinds of cool stuff to happen. Sorry. Karen Gillan for Knife. Karen Gillan's already that kind of character with Nebula, though. Say cheese. Sure. Hey, big ugly thing with the fin on your head. Check this out. Guise snaps a picture of Deadline for his scrapbook. Oh, this'll go great next to the time that I kicked Baron Blade in the tuchus. Guise has a few one-shots, but keep going over here. Nope. That is true, Seamus Butler. Honestly, I wouldn't have had a problem if she did use her normal voice with Nebula. Like, legitimately, I was like, I don't care, you know? Nice. All the health gain off of all-seeing Alzrabar. So, the story behind that would, I guess, be... From off in a corner of the Fantastical Festival, a strange fortune teller crackles to life, allowing Nightmist allowing the mist form of Nightmist to enable other heroes to make moves they would otherwise be unable to do. Yeah, right? Oh. Sad. Alright. Damaging thing. Do we have a damaging thing? Yes. That is a very damaging thing. Let's do it. Continue. The all-seeing Alzrabar projects visions of the future into Nightmist. Oh. And she continues to make lots of planets have a north. Well played, Jay-Z. Completely agree with you. Lots of planets do indeed have a north. Oh. Nice. No damage. There's the unstable midway. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. Discard the top 2 cards of each. Alright. Oh. And there goes the environment again. That was one of my favorite lines from the new series. Collectively, we've still got a fair amount of hit points. Like, we're not doing terrible here. May not be ideal. But let's see what we can do. This is the best card ever. Oh, yeah. Hey, look! This is the best card ever! I'm gonna play it. Let's see. Draw a bunch of cards. Hit the big guy. That's gonna leave a mark. You know, I'm just gonna be honest. Woo! And, let's see. Where did I leave that thing? Ooh! Total beefcake. Sure. In the event that he takes any damage. Guise the Barbarian. Amulet. Faye attaches the Amulet of the Elder Gods. Oh, shoot. Fat fingers. Okay, alright, alright. After being kicked out of her mist form, Faye Diamond realizes that she's been holding the Amulet of the Elder Gods for some time. She attaches it to her neck and reaches out with her mind, smashing Deadline and confusing him temporarily. The Naturalist launches a crafty assault. And continues to chomp down on Deadline in the crocodile form. Just one more turn, he thinks to himself. One more turn. Sorry, that's Guise thinking to himself, not the Naturalist. Whoops. Get stuck in Guise mode. Draw 4 cards and play a card? Yeah, like that. The nudist is hungry. Deadline tastes like chicken. Well. Alright. What do we have left? The first time one of the Sentinels deals damage each turn, you may use a power. That's something. Search your deck for a signature, put it into play, shuffle your deck, draw a card, play a card. Yes! All the stuff. Draw a card. Play a card. Let's do it. Go to 7, Deadline. see if we can't 86 you. Durasteel chains. Increase damage by mainstay by 1. Yes, please. Go to 4. 5, 4. There we go. Yeah. Sentinel Tactics is a rad card. I just think this late in the game, showing up this late in the game, it's, yeah. Double damaging powers seems pretty nice. But I think this late in the game, it's just like, well, it's not a whole lot we can do. Yep. Okay, we're already past the start of the villain turn. We're already past the start of the villain turn. And we're already past the start of the villain turn, so... Alright. Flip yourself over. Well, okay. Bunch of the Sentinels. No, does she have 2 cards to discard? She sure does. Yes. 1. And 2. And we will hit him, and we win. See, I told you that'd be easy. No problem. This team, it's the best we've got. And look, we're all still standing. You know, not so much can be said for this carnival back here, though. Last I checked, about 60% of it was gone. Alright, guys. I really hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Tales from the Archive. We had some good conversations here. The story was fun, although the dialogue was a little lacking because, you know, we were chatting about other things, but that's all right. Sometimes that's just what happens. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share our channel, both on social media and in person. You can follow Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as Handelabra Games on Twitch. If you want to see more content from me,